I got money on my mind. I'm just trying to get some dough. I ain't picking up my line unless it's money on the phone.
What advice would you offer to like a new business owner or like a current business owner that's trying to scale? Like they making some money. They might already have.
How much money are they making?
You making $1,000 a month off your side hustle. Now you want to go to 10.
Okay. I would say take that money that you're making and invest it back into your business. Don't go out here buying this, buying that. Like invest what you make, because $1,000 isn't a lot. $10K really isn't a lot either when you break it down. A lot of people want to make 6 figures, but you really want to be shooting for multi-6 figures, not just 100K. You know what I mean? So really invest that back into your business. Get a coach. Redo your branding. Redo your marketing collateral. Just rebrand, maybe.
I like that. Get a coach though, because a lot of times people don't realize you do need a coach to take you to that next level.
Yeah.
Like it's okay if you're able to say, okay, I made 6 figures myself. But if you had someone who navigated those waters before, guess what? Instead of making 6 figures, now you could probably start touching 7.
Yeah.
Or like you said, you can be in the 700,000s or something like that, because they have the experience. They know some of the downfalls that's going to come there. And also they have connections. They have connections and can open up doors to things that you didn't even think about. And a lot of times, sometimes we're like, what I need to buy a coach for? Like, I don't need that. But it don't matter what sport you play.
You got
Everybody got a damn coach.
Got a coach.
Everybody got a coach.
Even coaches have coaches. Like therapists have therapists. Like in order to get to that next level, you're gonna have to have somebody who's been further along than you have. So for me, I even have a coach. She's a millionaire. I haven't touched $1 million, so I'm getting coached by somebody who is touching that.
And I like that too. Make sure you get coached by someone who's doing better than you.
Yeah.
Don't get coached by your best friend who might be making maybe like $50,000 more than you. Nah, you want to go with someone who has a bigger audience.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to pay that person, because I promise you, what you're going to pay them, that value, at least the value that they return should be greater than the amount that you pay them.
Yeah, of course. Every time I invest in myself, I make it back times 10. So when I pay, $1,000 for a coaching session or a 3-hour session or whatever, I make that back times 10. So invest in yourself, I would say.
Always. Like I think that's one of the biggest things as a business owner that you should really budget for, honestly. Like thinking about how you going to actually further your education, how you going to build your business that way.
Yeah, and also it doesn't have to be something that you like purchase either. So like every Friday is my personal development day. So I'll go watch videos on like really developing myself, and really just, I found these videos on either YouTube or listening to podcasts, getting on Clubhouse and listening to different people who are further along than me. So it doesn't also always have to be something that costs money either when you're investing, but I would definitely recommend that you guys get a coach as well.
I'm glad you mentioned Clubhouse, because now I got a question in my head. So is there a certain social media app that you would suggest someone start on versus another one, or does it kind of depend on the business that you're going to be going into?
I would definitely say that it depends on the business. So Instagram, if you want something to go real quick, you want to be able to build a following easily, I would say start on Instagram. If you want to work with business professionals who really just already have the income that you're for your products or your services, you might want to try LinkedIn. If you're just selling to family and friends or people in your area or people who may have some sort of connection to you, then it's Facebook. Clubhouse is really cool. It's my new favorite app, so I'm definitely I'm taking a break the month of December from like just different apps and different of that nature, and focusing on just one thing and learning how to grow that. But just jumping in different rooms and listening to different people has been instrumental. I've gotten like 2 or 3 clients off of just sharing my story on Clubhouse.
That's dope. That's real dope. I just got on Clubhouse like 2 weeks ago, and I've been dabbling in it too. I still got to
I'm about to say you fleeky, bro.
I know, man.
He's still invite yet?
Yeah, man. What's wrong with this dude, man?
Hey, man. I'm a hoe. It's going to be all right, though, man. I promise I'm going to send it to you.
It's all good.
But yeah, I like Clubhouse. It's really dope. If you haven't gotten on it, y'all definitely try to get on. But
try to get an invite from somebody.
Invite only. It's exclusive. Sorry, y'all. I kind of like it that way, though.
Yeah.
So, Kheiston, I do want to go into another topic that I know we kind of talked about off camera before. And that's just with being entrepreneurship, going through our journeys. mental health as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I know I seen you went live, I think you were speaking on it. Could you talk more to that, like just how important it is to be taking care of your mental health as an entrepreneur?
It's extremely important, like extremely important. So I would meet with my therapist today at 6:30. Really making sure that I take care of my mental health and taking care of my physical body is the number one priority for me. And so it's extremely important, especially as an entrepreneur, because you have on so many different hats throughout the day. You're here, you're there, you're this, you're doing that. You're the graphic designer, you're the marketing person, you're the administrative assistant. You're all these different hats. And so making sure that you're taking care of your mental is extremely important.
And I'm glad you bring that up. What do you think is one of your most difficult challenges you had to get over being an entrepreneur?
I would say the most difficult challenge for me has been, I would say like getting on live. I don't like being live. I don't know why. Yeah, like being consistent with going live, I would say was like my big thing about a year ago. But how I got over that, which is by continuously going live I had a 10-day streak where I went live for 10 days and just doing it every day for 10 days.
How long do you stay on live?
I think I did it for it had to be over 10 minutes.
Okay.
But it was like
if you go live like us for 10 days, I can't do that.
It was 10 days straight. And so I had different people come on there and speak and talk.
Yeah.
But that's how I got over my fear of going live. I don't know what it was though.
I understand.
Live is definitely a great tool too.
Yeah, to push your business.
People tuning in get to see you in real time, sharing knowledge, giving game.
They get to ask questions in real life and things like that. So if you do have a business, if you're trying to grow your business, definitely take advantage of the live features. You can pretty much go live on almost everything now.
I don't care if you only got 2 people on your live. You better keep talking.
Yeah, stay up there.
Especially now because you can share and save your lives too. You never know who's going to come back and find it. And you never know who those 2 people, they might have someone who shares it to their family or friends, because you could be dropping some really, really valuable information. So if you got something to say, a story to share, definitely go on live and just, like she said before, be consistent with it. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure after those 10 days, people were like, okay, where's she at?
Where's she at? They want to see you. So this is girl, I follow her. I mean, it's a grown woman. But I think her name is Ronnie. So she goes live almost every day. I'm like, she goes live a lot. And so her people probably, if she miss a day, they probably like, where you at? You ain't going live.
Man. I mean, like Ashley Ann, she a beast with it.
She go live all the time.
Every time, 11 p.m. And guess what? Ashley Ann and helped over 500 people make a meal on Instagram. Hey man, Ashley, we need you on the pod too.
Yeah. If you listening, if you on that live, I need you.
Hey Ashley.
I need you.
She a beast.
Yeah, she a dog. But yeah, I just had a damn question. I lost it.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to think of something else, Kheiston. So what's you thinking, what's the next big challenge, I guess, you see ahead?
For myself?
Yeah,
so right now, a challenge that I'm dealing with is just hiring a team. I think it's just the most difficult thing because finding quality people is hard. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Talk to us.
You preaching to the choir.
We've been working on this shit for a year now.
Finding quality people who gonna do the work and they not trying to get paid $1 million. Nah, bro, I can't pay you $1 million right now, but I will be able to in the future.
Yeah.
So I would say finding quality people, and then also finding people that you mesh with too is important. Are you gonna deliver the work on time? Are you gonna, give that same quality that I give to clients? I think so. That's important.
Can you kind of so how many people have you onboarded already? Before I ask this question.
So my business we started in 2017, so we're at probably 500 businesses that we work with, either one-on-one or through consultations and different things of that nature.
So what's your process of figuring out if this person meshes well with me, or if I should just keep on going, if I should not bring them in?
So I have a discovery call, but before you book the discovery call, there's an actual questionnaire that you have to fill out based on your questionnaire, I say, okay, do I want to move forward with the discovery call based on the information they put in? And then on the discovery call, it's just like an interview, seeing if we're going to be a good mesh together to work with each other. Are you talking about when I'm hiring somebody?
Yeah, so that's good for clients, but yeah, whenever you're hiring too.
Oh, so for me personally, I put my stuff up on LinkedIn and Indeed, and then I just do a regular formal interview process with people, and I take them through like two-step interviews, 2 interview processes, and then I see their work, see what they've previously done, and then go ahead and hire them if they're a good fit. So I like to live by this quote. I don't know the rest of the quote, but it's hire fast, it's fire slow, hire fast, but hire slow, fire fast. So I want to see your work. I want to see what you've done over time. I want to be able to sit down with you to be able to ask you different questions about what do you think about my business? Are you really in on my vision and my mission? A lot of times when people hire people, they just like, okay, I want to hire somebody. Let me go hire them. But no, I really want to sit down and have a conversation with you because I want you to be able to get the vision that I have for my business. Because if you don't know my vision, or you're not attached to that vision, or you don't identify with the vision of some sort, you're gonna be like, oh, when the next opportunity comes, I'm out. Like, I don't want to do this.
That's so major. That's so real. Like, you definitely gotta find those people that's like really believing and investing in your vision. Because like, you don't want that like somebody that thinks that they can take whatever you're doing, or like not really have to
give it their all.
Yeah, give it their all.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to really be involved in it that
I
way.
can just, throw this together or whatever. So like my assistant that I work with, like, she's amazing. But me trying to find different people like her has been the hardest thing because she has that quality. She delivers on time. She's very detailed. And those are the type of people I work with. And so it's just hard to find people like that.
Did you ever ask her for any referrals?
Have I asked her for any referrals? I haven't, because I want to keep it strictly professional and,
Yeah, I was about to say, because if she like that, she might have another friend, but once you get friends in and all that,
Yeah, we ain't trying to do that.
Yeah. Now they on the clock just talking.
We ain't trying to do that.
Well,
Nah, you good.
I was gonna see you got any other.
Nah, it still ain't never came back. It's going with the wind.
Well, Kheiston, I want to go. I'll pivot to the last segment of the show. I want to ask you. So we didn't brief you.
We didn't.
Dang. Okay, so I want to ask what's on your timeline. So what's something that you've seen on social media? It could be anything. Doesn't have to be anything major. It could be anything you posted, anybody else posted. That you want to speak on. I know Kobe was telling me y'all had a heated debate.
So we have different conversations. The most heated, I guess, discussion we had this week, which y'all probably already seen, is Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, we posted it today.
Oh man, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Just hearing how he thinks about just different things, I'm just like, who is this person? Like, who do you think you are, for one? Like, his personal views on certain things just doesn't sit too well with me.
So for the people who don't know who Kevin Samuel is, I'll give y'all a brief little overview.
Synopsis.
So yeah, this guy he ended up surfacing. I guess he really kind of been around for a little minute.
From what I've been videos I've seen on YouTube.
Yeah, from what I've seen, but he was giving the description of what he called a high value man, and this woman asked him, like, how do I get a high value man? And he asked her, how do you value yourself, or how do you rate yourself, or like, what are you bringing? And then I think the whole thing was like, a high value man doesn't want someone with kids, someone who doesn't see themselves as the same thing. And then he also said, you have to stop wanting someone who's doing more than what you're doing. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I could see the point. But it was also the delivery of the video.
Took issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, what he was saying was correct. Some of his stuff, it is correct. Like, why do you want somebody who isn't, you're not on the same level with?
I'll say that with one asshole move in there, I still feel like he hit her with that. He said rate yourself to 1 to 10 and you can't call yourself a 7. I said, damn, you really a dick for that one, bro. You can't just pull that shit off the table.
It's not funny, but it's like, for me, I was telling Kobe, I was like, as a woman, as a grown woman, I would have never gone on a show like that. Why would I don't need affirmation from a random person. You know, a random individual. And if you look at his prior videos, he did the same thing to other people.
Really?
Basically. But because it's a black woman, someone's taken that little snippet of the video and, you know, ran with it or whatever. But on most of his videos, he talks the same type of way when it comes to, like, other people and other women when he's answering the questions. His delivery was just really bad in that specific video. And then I agree that, you know, as individuals, we need to see ourselves as being high individuals, but I don't think it has to do anything with a pay grade or how much we're making. Like, if I'm able to walk in my God-given authority and represent God and walk in my purpose, like, I'm a high-level individual. I don't care what nobody has to say.
Talk to them. You don't find your value in what other people got to say.
Yeah, and I don't find my value in money, and that's definitely key when it comes to entrepreneurship, too. Like, don't be out here finding your value in money because you can be up one day and down the next.
Talk to them, especially in this entrepreneur thing. Like, one day or 1 week you make 10K in 1 week, the next week you don't have any damn sales. I be like, what the hell am I doing? So, like, that's true.
Like you said, can't find that value in that money. We just spoke on it before. Find your purpose. Your purpose is the best thing. God got every purpose for everybody out here, I promise. You just got to find that thing.
And walk in it.
And I would also tell you guys, too, like, if you're struggling with finding your purpose, just sit with yourself and, like, talk to God, journal, like, read your Bible, go out and do a walk, go to, do things that you love to do. Like, that's really how you're going to be able to find your specific purpose. Not what you want to do, too.